We all love liquid simulations in Cinema 4D. And sometimes, you're doing a daily render, you're doing a weekly project, and you need liquid. I decided to try it with Octane and Octane Scatter. So you've got Octane, you've got Scatter. Let's take a look at what I created. Over a couple of days, I wanted to create some water displacements, and I thought, let me scatter some freaking bubbles, and I got some cool results, created a little project, and the last one I actually created was in the tutorial, which is probably a thumbnail. So that's what you'll be able to create. I used height maps to get that kind of random deformation. I was going to use noise, but height map just came off a little bit better. And just googled height map, found a random one, came off really, really well. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So let's get right into it. I may as well start off by saying, before we get into this, I recently transferred to a Wacom. I'm a Wacom now, so maybe a little bit slow in some areas. I'm still getting used to it, but who's to complain? There's nothing worse when you're watching a tutorial and someone's going at the speed of light and you can't follow them. So let's hope it benefits for the best. But let's make sure to start off I'm on Octane. Yep. Now these renders with the bubbles, it sort of just came to me. I don't often use Octane Scatter enough, and liquid simulation is a pain in the butt to do. And I thought, okay, I'm not trying to do an animation here. I'm just trying to get some cool renders going off. So I thought height maps and Octane Scatter may just do the trick. So you're going to create a sphere, put segments way up, because we're going to use a displacer, hold shift so it goes right in, and we're just going to pop a noise on that. I'm going to give it some more segments. If it looks like that, just give it more segments, go to like 150. And I did experiment quite a lot with the noise. I tried turbulence, tried electric. I'll go for turbulence just now. Depends what type of water you want, really, because at first when I was doing this, Octane Scatter wasn't even in mind. I was just trying to create some water bubbles, and then I was like, oh shit, I can have tons of bubbles coming off. And the first one, actually, I only used around 50,000, but the second, I think it was about 200,000. I tried it up at like 1 million, but didn't look as good because you couldn't really see the bubbles, and it was messing with the scattering a little bit. There was no light passing through it. I don't really need to mess with these inputs too much. Try and put I think it was 325. Yeah, there you go, something like that. You can animate this, but it just looks quite slow. I'm gonna go for like 280. It's really, this isn't one of those tutorials you can really, you can follow me move for move like I'm playing a game of chess, but you probably want to experiment a bit, especially when it comes into the height maps. Don't worry, there's like nothing special. You need just Google height maps, grab one. It's quite interesting using height maps for scatter, actually. That was quite interesting. So now bring in the live viewer. Make that small. I am gonna, let's just set this, make it square. And HDRI. I recently just moved everything around on my desktop, so I can't find anything. There we go. This is the HDRI I used. I think daylight ones work way nicer. struggling to update, I don't know why. I just upgraded to R19 as well, which was a bit overdue, in all honesty. Right, we'll make a specular material now. Really, really simple material as well. You don't even have to go into the nodes, to be honest. It's very, very easy. So on the index, I think I had a, oh god, what was it? I think it was 1.3 something for the water. I'm gonna leave it there. Roughness, 0.1. I wanted it quite tropical. Put in an absorption medium. Set that to like 2. Transmission, something tropical. No. I can maybe live with that. Yeah, I can live with that. No, I can't. Right, we'll go for that just now. You can do some really interesting things with it, but this does look like that kind of type of water you would see in Hawaii or something, you know. The first time I attempted this, actually, I done some really cool things with putting a surface underneath it, and you know, making it sand and putting some clouds around it. It looked quite cool, actually. Putting a sphere, maybe set it to 95. We'll call this, I don't know, base, because that's what the scatter will be coming off of. Putting another sphere, set it to like 2, segment is like 12. Put that in there, base in there, surface. Now we need our height map. So I think the height map I used was literally one of the first search results that came up on Google. So if we grab the height map, right, how do I scroll with this pen? Jeez, oh no, I'll just do that. That's okay. Here we go. You see, you'll probably see it if you look at just type in height map. It'll be one of the first ones that comes up. I mean, with scatter, I don't even think you need height maps. You can just put in a picture whatever the fuck you want. It'll be quite responsive. Put that up. And I think I put the position as something like 170. Oh no. See, that's too much. Maybe do 75, 65. Yeah, that's okay. Scale, I did mess with the scaling a little bit. Yeah, so you can see it was more like they're a bit more thin and tall. Really get it looking like the water. Let's put this up. Cool. Let's put our material on the sphere. Whoa! Right, we'll change that in a minute. It's very blue. Now we're gonna get a random. Have to come into the effectors. See, I'm going faster than I think with this tablet, you know. I don't think I would be this quick. Proud of myself. Bang, bang, bang. I played with it a tiny bit, not too much. Just in an okay amount. We're gonna come in here. I'm gonna get rid of my blue now because I don't like it. Very tiny bit. Yeah, much more. Also, we've lost all our scattering going on. So on the base here, you just hold out, click that twice, and your water bubble's back. I'm going to put in a camera now before we get into any more of the water bubble. I'll have to like set it to linear. 2, 5. Let's get a bit of blur on there. Okay. I like where this is headed. I like where this is headed, Josh. Okay, so you've got your height map, you've got your water bubble thing. Where to go now? Well, I added in some backlights. I also think because this is splashing out quite a lot, we're gonna need some more. We're gonna need some more spheres. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit to 50. So you're really getting that explosion going on. We'll come to scale on our random effector. See, that looks a bit there. Minus 0.75. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks okay. That doesn't. Turn that off for now. I did mess with these positions a little bit. Not too much though. I want this to look more like a water bubble because of course it's only really big bodies of water that are blue, and I want this one to look quite realistic. More like a water droplet. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're 11 minutes in already. Jeez. Motion blur. I did add some motion blur on one of the renders, but I didn't like it. I think that's better done in Photoshop. With something like this, because it's just a bit of a pain to really get down. I think everything is good on the camera just now. Let's add in some backlights. I'm gonna bump up this a bit to maybe 1.3. Yeah, right. I added in a backlight, and it helped the scene quite a lot. Just help you get that edge on some of the end of the bubbles. Came over really nice. My computer's fucking screaming right now because all those scatters. Ooh, I think it's too much. Let's turn off surface brightness. Yeah. Turn on surface brightness, turn on surface brightness and turn off normalize, see how that looks. I think I like it. Maybe bump up the temperature a bit. Get a tiny bit more blue. Set this down to like 5. Yeah, there we go. I'll let this render out a second. Switch to path tracing. Get some more light passing through there. As you can see, this it would be cool if it was a water simulation. Of course, you could do this really well. But just for an image, you know, works fine. Never occurred to me to try this with Octane Scatter, but giving it a go is definitely fun. Might change my HDRI out here. Maybe this one. Nah. Oh, here we go, like this. Oh, this is really nice. Put our blur up to like 15, because you've got to remember that this water droplet is going to be the size of your fingernail. So we're going to need a big lens. Maybe even higher. Nah. Big lens to get that water droplet. Tons of blur. Now we can probably afford to bump this down a bit. Get some more individual droplets. Turn off that, get the light a bit weaker. It's just wherever you want it to go. I'm getting a bit annoyed right now the way it's sort of all going on the other side. See? So I think the way we're going to do that, sort that out a bit. Gonna come down, bring this up. Suppose we could just rotate it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to rotate. I'm gonna rotate it. Need to rotate the scatter silly. Oh yeah, that's not working. Jeez, I swear you can flip that about. Oh. Oh, will it be? Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Now this is looking way cooler. Okay, I'm liking this now. Because all the bloody bubbles are actually facing us. So if you get that, there you go, as you rotate it. I had a bit of a brain dead moment, but it's all good. It's coming off really nice, actually. I think this is better than the others. And I spent like 15 minutes on it. I suppose that I often have a thing when I do tutorials. I like to sound like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm very often learning as I'm going. So I'm like, oh, okay, there's an idea. I'd love to do that as a tutorial, but I'll make like 5 or 6 renders first, so I actually know what I'm talking about. I won't just get an idea and execute it and go along. I mean, I'm sure that's fun, but I don't want to create like a 2-hour-long tutorial, you know. It is looking pretty damn fine, if you ask me. I'm gonna launch this up a bit more. 75. It's really nice. If you see this as the thumbnail, it means it's really nice. I am even gonna come back into our material here. Medium. 0.5. Now it's getting really watery. That is so cool. If we go into our displacer, we can start to mess with this a little bit. Maybe, what's it like 25? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll go for 20. Oh no. No. I can barely highlight things with this pen, I swear. 330. Contrast up. Nah. gonna put this up even more. 350. 316. Okay, what about electric? 'Cause the displacement is so much of this. You know, I like this because it looks more, a bit more progressional into the actual animation. You know, it looks a bit more explosive. Whereas before they were, you know, balls with spheres coming out of them. Nope. Looks nice. It does. It looks nice. I like it. If you want to animate it, if you don't know how to animate it, speed here. Put it to like, well, animation speed actually. 0.5. Keyframe that. And you should have yourself, yeah, there you go. And with Octane Scatter, we'll just come to like 90 frames in, keyframe our position, and here, 0. And now you have yourself it going out in like slow motion. Really simple. And you can't really do much more than that. But you know, like this isn't a reflow simulation or anything. It's just to create some cool images, cool little animations. I just take this to like 500. There we go. That's way nicer because it's not perfect. It's very dropletty. Put it up a bit. No. Oh, there we go. This is nice. I like it. This tutorial is going on a bit too long now. That's all I can really show you. Experiment with it, mess about with it, have fun with it. It's cool using scatter for stuff like this, and the height maps helped a lot. You could do some really cool things. You could like use clouds or like a city map. You could do some cool ass things. I was messing about with it. Got some cool effects, but I really like the water droplet kind of effect more than anything else. So it's cool using scatter for this. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave a like, comment. Please message me if you need help with anything. I will try my best, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.